Hello brow and lash lovers, this is Jessica at Devereux Beauty, and today I'd like to talk about tinting your brows at home, or it could help someone who's a professional when you say to yourself, I think tinting has been too dark, or I wish it was a little lighter. If you ever say those sentences in your mind when it comes to tinting your brows, I have one trick I want to share today. I mean, there's different techniques and things. Could be the color choice, but today let's talk about one solution that I have that has been doing really well with my clientele, and that's how I help them sort through really communicating our consultation for tinting. I have a lot of clients where we have a long relationship, so I ask them after they come back, I'll say, okay, after you left, did you say to yourself that your tinting was too dark? Did you say it was too light, or did you say it was perfect? Because I feel like you don't want to talk about undertones and get complicated. It's confusing. So those three questions, was it too dark, was it too light, or did you enjoy it as it was, helps me know if that's the same color we should do again. And clients can always change, you can always change. There's different seasons and interests, it's like makeup. So I'll show you what I came up with for blondes who feel like it may be too much, or even brunettes who feel like tinting has felt too much. Right here has most of the hairs. So that has most of the density of brow on most people. And when you look directly at yourself in the mirror, that's what you see first. So if you have most of your color there, and that's what you're used to seeing, you're already comfortable with what you're seeing, then where you can enhance someone's brow almost across the board without affecting how they see themselves is the end. So over here is less hair usually. The light is going to hit on the top of the brow bone and it reflects off of the skin behind the hair. So that's where we put makeup often, to make sure that light doesn't wash away our brow. If tint is like makeup, leave the front alone. I often tell my clients that this can be our motivation. If they're comfortable with the level of color here, I can look and make it match here on the ends. And then it gives them that they see themselves in a color range that they're comfortable with, and then I've enhanced the end, which already gets lighter from light anyway and often is less dense and has golden hairs. So it's a win-win. The ends are a great place to start. A lot of people, it's like sort of where your iris is or where your pupil is. And I'm gonna keep the point of my brush toward the, I guess no lower than the bottom, and leave this alone in the front. If you're not sure, you don't want it to be dark, don't try to tint in the front. The reason being, if you get really dark right here, it is when you look directly at yourself and it can look like it's going 0 to 60 too fast. And it can almost look like almost like you're furrowed if it gets too dark in here. Same thing with makeup. So when in doubt, and if you want to stay in a conservative but beneficial plan for tinting, don't do the front. Let that be an introduction to the eyebrow. It just goes from like nothing to very little, a little, dense, and then you can have it tint over here or pencil or makeup over here, and it won't sabotage you and make you look like you're mad or fake or showing everyone your makeup color. Feather your pencil, or feather the tint. You see what I see? I don't know why it's so exciting. But this will last. I tell people tint lasts 2 to 4 weeks. It gets slowly but surely more like sheer, but it's still there. But you can find in the beginning, like the first week before vacation, cool. Second week, meh. Third week, you're gonna want something. So you're slowly incorporating more makeup, but it can give someone some fun in that first week if they really want like time off from feeling like they need to add anything. So those are generally the width of a brush. So this thickness is my guideline. A few minutes, let it sit. I'm not gonna put my face wash directly on my tint tonight, so it has time to really set. And then over the sunlight, face wash, moisturizer, those kinds of things will slowly make it chip away and like get more sheer. But honestly, it helps pick up blonde hairs. But when I look directly at the front, this didn't change color. So regardless of brunette to blonde, if you're like, I want to tint my brows, but I'm scared of it looking fake or too dark, focus on pretty much your pupil to the end And honestly, it'll just look like where you put your makeup. It's a very safe place to start. I'm in the store and we use it professionally. So it's really like exciting for me to have a brand that's good for consumers and professionals. Let me know, is this something you've been doing? I've been in the game 20 years and suddenly I'm like, why are we tinting the front if that's where people are gonna read darker anyway? So I've always been doing this thing called precision tinting where I can use it like makeup. Like I really like to micromanage my tint, but this tinting mindfully of leaving the front alone, if that is what people's comfort level is. So I hope this helps. Thank you. Bye.
You're one of a kind.